Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I've got 4 quick and easy, yet delicious and super cute ideas for you for Valentine's Day breakfast. These would be great to make for your kiddos, your special someone, or just for yourself. So if you're looking for some breakfast ideas for Valentine's Day or really any day, just keep watching. First up, I made strawberry cream cheese Danishes. I've never made Danishes like this before. This was my first time trying it and they were delicious. I'll include a link to the recipe that I used in the description box below. I did kind of change up the cream cheese mixture, which I'll explain that in just a little bit, but here are the ingredients that I used. You'll need some powdered sugar, brown sugar, Crescent rolls. I've got some strawberry cream cheese, some strawberry jam. You can use strawberry jam, jelly, preserves, whatever you've got or prefer. I'm using some homemade strawberry jam that my Aunt Kathy made. I've got some milk and butter. I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I'm going to start out by making like the crescent roll heart shapes. So I'm taking some of the crescent rolls, as you can see, I've got 2 triangles here. I'm pinching that perforated edge together and then rolling it back up, but I'm going to leave out just a portion of the crescent roll dough that I don't roll up, if that makes sense. I'm going to do the exact same thing to 2 other rolls and then put the flat pieces together just like this. I know it's a little weird to explain, but as you can see here, you basically have a rolled end on each side and then kind of a flat side in the middle. And then using a serrated knife, I'm going to cut these into equal pieces. I'm going to place one of the little pieces onto a greased cookie sheet, lay the little crescent roll on there, and then for the little flat end, you just want to kind of pull that down to form just basically a heart shape. So just kind of use your fingers, play around with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're just making a little heart shape. And once you've got the overall heart shape done, you want to take your fingertips and kind of make a dent in the middle of the heart where you're going to put in your filling. In this bowl, I've got some melted butter. I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar to that. Give it a stir and then you can brush it. I just spooned it, but you just want to put it over the crescent roll dough. Now for the cream cheese portion, the recipe calls for you to combine powdered sugar, vanilla, softened cream cheese, and strawberry jam. You can totally do that, but I had a couple tablespoons left of this strawberry cream cheese on hand and I needed to use it up. My husband really loves to take Triscuits, just the plain Triscuits, and dip it into strawberry cream cheese as a snack. And so he had pretty much eaten this whole container, but like I said, we had a couple tablespoons left and I wanted to use it up, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to add the cream cheese on there, spread it around, and then we're going to add the strawberry jam, spread that around, and then this is going to go into the preheated oven and you'll bake this for about 15 to 17 minutes until the crescent rolls are golden brown. Now you can serve these just like they are. I like to add a little bit of a drizzle and the recipe called for it. You just mix together some powdered sugar and milk, stir it until it's dissolved, and then just drizzle it over the Danishes. Here they are finished. These were delicious. They were so, so good. And it really surprised me because I tried cream cheese Danishes a long, long time ago, but they were just like the plain cream cheese Danishes and I didn't care for it. So I really didn't think I would like these. And I was wrong. These are delicious. They were so, so yummy. So I really recommend that you all give these a try. They were easy to put together. They were delicious. And if you don't want to fool around with making, the heart shapes, you could totally just skip over that and just press the crescent rolls down, add your cream cheese, add your strawberry, and they'll still be cute and festive. And best of all, like I said, delicious. The next idea I want to share with you all isn't like incredibly genius or super creative or anything like that. It's really simple. We're just going to spruce up some cinnamon rolls, but this is perfect if you're needing a quick and easy breakfast or if you don't want to put a lot of effort into it. I know breakfast can be rough for a lot of us who especially aren't morning people, but so we're just going to spruce up some cinnamon rolls. Here's what I'm using today. I'm using some just canned cinnamon rolls. You can of course use homemade from scratch cinnamon rolls. You can also use the like frozen road cinnamon rolls, whatever you prefer. And then for the icing, I'm going to add a little bit of my Aunt Kathy's strawberry jam to kind of make it a little pink. You don't have to color the icing at all. You could also just use food coloring if you want to, but I wanted to use up the strawberry jam because I have it, and also I thought it would add just, kind of a different flavor to the icing. But again, you can just use food coloring or you can just use white icing. I've got my crescent rolls cooking according to the package instructions, and they've got about a minute left, so I'm going to go ahead and doctor up my icing. I'm adding just about a tablespoon of the strawberry jam to a small bowl. Then I'm going to add in my icing. I popped this into the microwave for about 6 or 7 seconds to loosen it up a little. I'm going to stir that until it's combined really well, and then set that to the side to wait on the cinnamon rolls to get done. Once the rolls are out of the oven, I'm going to add some of that glaze or icing to each of the rolls. And then to make them just a little bit more festive, you don't have to do this, but I have some of these red, pink, and white sprinkles on hand, so I'm going to add some of those, and then the cinnamon rolls will be done. All right, here is what they look like. Like I said, super simple, easy, festive. To go along with the cinnamon rolls, I saw this on Pinterest. I am going to try to make some heart-shaped bacon. Here's the bacon that I'm using. This is just what I have on hand. As you can see, they are irregular pieces. So these were delicious, but I can say they didn't really keep the heart shape as much as what I've seen other people. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that, again, I was using irregular pieces, but so easy. I'm just taking the bacon slices, I cut them in half, I form them into little heart shapes, then I place them onto a wire rack that was over a cookie sheet, and I'm going to place these into the oven. I just cooked it at the same temperature as the cinnamon rolls, and I baked it until it was done to our liking. Here is my husband's plate. So I served up one of the cinnamon rolls, one of the heart-ish shapes of bacon, and then I whipped up some scrambled eggs, and then I gave him a little bit of fruit. We've got some blackberries, and then I took some strawberries and made heart shapes out of them. To do this is really easy. I've seen Jennifer over on the Family Fudge do this so many times. I just never done it before. This is the first time I did it, and it was so easy. Basically, you just take a strawberry, you want to pull off the green part. Don't cut it off, just pull it off, and then all you do is right in the middle of the strawberry, just take a little paring knife and cut out a V, and that's it. You can then cut the strawberry in slices or in half like I did. You've got little heart shapes. So easy and so cute. This breakfast was delicious. Totally hit the spot. Next up, I tried a new recipe for maple sausage crescent roll-ups. I saw this months ago on Taylor Elmore's channel, and I've been meaning to make them. I'm so glad that I did. These were delicious. They were so good. I highly recommend you all give this recipe a try. So I apologize that I don't have the original packages that these ingredients came from, but basically all you need are crescent rolls, maple sausage links. If you can't find maple sausage links, or if you don't have them on hand, I'm sure you could just use turkey sausage or, just regular sausage links, and then some maple syrup. I'm going to start out by cooking up my sausage links. Really, you can cook these any way you prefer. You can do it in a skillet over the stove. You could bake them in the oven. I'm opting to use my air fryer this morning. I just didn't feel like waiting around for the oven to heat up. I believe I cooked these links at 330 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. Now I'm going to take my crescent roll dough and wrap them around each cooked sausage. And again, I apologize, I don't have the packaging. I'm using some leftover crescent roll dough that I had from, a couple nights ago. But I'm just taking a triangle of the dough, wrapping it around each sausage, and then I'm going to set that to the side and, continue through until you use up your sausages and crescent rolls. Next, I'm going to brush on some maple syrup, and then they'll be ready to put into the oven. I'm actually going to put these back into the air fryer. I already had it out and had it heated up, and it worked out perfectly. So I cooked these, I kept it on 330 degrees, and I just baked them for about 10 minutes. You just want to make sure that the crescent rolls are golden brown and cooked all the way through. To go along with this, I'm going to fry up some eggs. I got my skillet over about medium heat. I'm adding in this heart-shaped silicone liner. If you don't have one of these, you can get them for pretty cheap, but if you don't have one, you could use a metal cookie cutter or biscuit cutter. That works just fine. I'm spraying my pan with a little bit of cooking spray. You can, of course, use butter if you prefer. I'm going to add in the egg, add a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm going to cook this on each side for a couple minutes until it is done to my liking. I like my eggs with a little bit of a runny yolk, but if you don't, you can just cook it all the way. Here's the finished plate. So we've got some of the maple sausage crescent roll-ups, the heart-shaped fried egg and some fresh strawberries with a little maple syrup on the side to dip the sausage links in. Like I said, this was delicious. It was so good. I think I've mentioned before on my channel, but pork sausage doesn't agree with my husband, so he doesn't eat it. So this was just for me this day, but he did take a bite of it and he was like, oh my gosh, this is delicious. Can you please make this again with turkey sausage? Because turkey or chicken sausage for some reason doesn't bother him. So we will definitely be making these again. They were so quick, super yummy. The last idea that I want to share with you all is for an egg in a hole. Some people call these toad in a hole, toad in a basket, egg in a basket, whatever you call them. Again, it's not super creative or genius, but it's just a quick and easy way to do a little bit of a festive breakfast. So here are the ingredients that I'm using. You'll need the bread of your choice. I have some of this Hawaiian Lewis bread on hand and I want to use it up, so I'm going to use that. You'll of course need eggs for the egg in a basket, and then you'll need some softened butter. Just use the butter of your choice. You don't have to comment down below and tell me this isn't real butter. I'm very well aware of it. I can't believe it's not butter, but I've got it on hand and I want to use it up, so that's what I'm choosing to use. You use whatever you like, whatever you've got on hand. So like I said, super easy. All I'm going to do is take a heart-shaped cookie cutter. I'm doing this for Valentine's Day. If you don't have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, no worries at all. Just use whatever shape you do have on hand. If you don't have any shapes at all, you can just take like a little cup or jar or anything that you've got and just cut around it. All you really need is just, you know, a bread with a hole in the middle. So I've got this skillet over about medium heat. I'm going to add my bread to the skillet, and you want to cook it low and slow just like you would a grilled cheese. I'm going to cook it for a couple minutes until that side of the bread is toasted, and then I'm going to give it a flip. Next, I'm going to crack an egg into the center of the bread, and then you'll just want to cook this until the bread is toasted and the egg is cooked to your liking. Now, I kind of goofed up. I wasn't thinking. I was actually talking to my husband while I was doing this, and I went ahead and flipped the bread again, and it kind of messed up the heart shape. You'll see in the finished product, you couldn't really see the heart shape so well after I flipped it again. So I would suggest just, you know, cooking the bread on one side, flipping it, adding the egg, and then letting it cook, not flipping it again, if that makes any sense at all. But I also seasoned the egg with some salt and pepper. And here's the finished plate. So we have the egg in a hole, or toad in a basket, whatever you're calling it. For the little hearts, this came out of the center of the bread. I kept it, and as you saw earlier, I just buttered it and cooked it right alongside it. Added a little bit of strawberry jam on top. I cooked up a couple pieces of pre-cooked bacon. This is the Hormel bacon. I get it at Sam's Club. Just popped it in the microwave for a couple of seconds, and then I made some more of those strawberry hearts, and that was breakfast. My husband really enjoyed this. He thought it was delicious. He had actually never had this before, but I've shared before on my channel that like his favorite breakfast is toast with poached eggs over top of it. His grandma used to make it for him when he was a little boy. So of course this is very, very similar to that. So he loved it and asked if I would make it for him again. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And if I don't speak to you again before Valentine's Day, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day.